Hey everybody, welcome back to Stone Mountain Adventures. Let's cook my one meal for the day. As y'all know, I'm doing the carnivore diet. If you've not seen that video, I card up above. Link maybe down in the description box below. But I've been doing carnivore for about 2 weeks now. And today I woke up really hungry. And I hadn't really been doing that very often. I usually would wait until about 2 or 3 o'clock in the day, which it's 2 o'clock right now. But I've been hungry for about an hour or so, and I was like, I'm just going to feed myself a lot, pretty much. So what I've got here today is I have 3/4 pound patties. This is about a pound of venison ground meat, and then I've got 1 New York strip steak. Now normally I would only cook like maybe the 4 patties and the steak, or maybe the ground beef and the steak, or the ground venison and the steak. I wouldn't do everything together. If I don't eat it all day, I don't have to. But this is going to be my OMAD for the day. So we're using the Blackstone, the Adventure Ready, the small one. So I've got it hot. We're just going to go ahead and get some butter down. It's going to be a quick cook. But on an average day, this is about what I eat. Then we're just going to take our meat, our venison, and we're just going to put it on there. While that's cooking, we'll go ahead and get our patties on. They'll probably take the longest. And we'll do the steak last. In true carnivore fashion, we've only seasoned with salt. Although I did see today that Redmond's makes a cherry smoked salt, and I think that would be really good on a pork butt. Just dry brine it overnight with that cherry smoked salt. I think that would be really good. Now, I've had this venison in the freezer for about a year, vacuum sealed. This is from a deer I killed last season. Might be 2 years. Maybe 2 years old. My wife always gets nervous when I'm eating meat that I've had in the freezer for that long. Vacuum sealed up. It's alright. It's okay. Now, since that's venison, it doesn't have a lot of fat in it. I'm going to add a little bit more. So our venison's browning up. It's looking real good. Let's go ahead and get this steak on here. A little bit more butter over here on the side. One thing I've learned this week is that a Blackstone is really your best friend when you're doing carnivore, because you can throw everything on at one time and have it all done. I know the first week that I was back on it, I was trying to cook everything in skillets, and if you're making eggs and stuff that you can just mix in with your meat, then that's fine. Like ground beef is good because you can just throw your eggs in on top once your ground beef is almost done, and then they all cook together and you can eat it. But when you're doing patties or steaks and things like that, if you don't have a skillet big enough, well, this is a good alternative. Now, these patties were frozen patties that I picked up at Sam's. They're supposed to be 100% beef or Angus, and they're pretty convenient. I like them a lot. Some patties that I've had in the past that were frozen, they shrink up a lot. They're mostly water, and they don't really make you feel that satiation that you're looking for. So these so far have been pretty good. I've eaten about 4 of them already. And again, this will be another 4 here. I try not to grind my ground beef up, or ground venison in this case, because I like to have that kind of larger bite, so it gives you a little bit different texture. After a while of eating a lot of ground beef, the little tiny, like crumbly stuff, it kind of gets a little bit old. Alright. So pretty much all this venison is done. We're going to go ahead and take it off. Like I said, this is about a pound of venison. And then we're gonna have about a pound of ground patties, and it's a little bit less than maybe about a half a pound in a ribeye, or I mean a strip steak. And if you're not familiar with the carnivore diet, you may be going, well, that's a lot of food. Yeah, I guess you could think it is, but when you think about, I think on average, I heard somewhere, or read somewhere that people eat like 4 to 5 or maybe even 6 pounds of food a day. In the grand scheme of things, if this is the only thing I eat all day, is it really that much? Go ahead and let the steak go a little bit longer. There's that. And honestly, that's probably all I need today, but who doesn't want to eat steak? We'll go ahead and get ready to baste this a little bit with some butter. So I like my steaks about medium rare. How about you guys? If you like it well done, just, I mean, I guess that's okay. So we got a good crust on our steak. We'll get the other side done, and then we'll go ahead and get that fat cap too. And then we'll be ready to eat. Another good thing about carnivore is there's a lot less dishes, especially when you use this stuff. Y'all, it's only March, and I'm out here filming. And if you've watched me for a long time, you know I've always joked about this. But it's only March, and there's already a lawnmower out here. If that steak don't look good, I'm gonna drop it. I better quit. Testing. All right, I'm gonna get this Blackstone cleaned up. We'll get in the house. We'll cut into it, and we'll say goodbye. All right, here we go. This is our feast for today. 1 meal a day. Like I said, I don't know if I'll eat all this or not, but that's it. Let's give it a taste. This New York strip looks amazing. So, fun fact. When you're cooking a steak and you want a pink center all the way around without the big, huge gray band. Now, I've got a little one here, but you want to flip it. Don't listen to all the stuff about flip it once, blah, blah, blah. Don't listen to that. You gotta flip it. Let's give it a taste. Melts in your mouth, folks. There's a reason people love this diet. Look how tender. Oh my gosh. It's already hitting the spot. Just get you a patty, a little butter on it. Butter's so rich. Beefy flavor. Let's try a little bit of venison. That's a good deer. That's it, folks. That's what I'm eating today for my 1 meal a day, OMAD. If you're doing carnivore and you haven't tried doing OMAD, or you think you can't do OMAD, it might be because you're not eating enough. I know that's controversial and people might think you're crazy, but honestly, fasting is good for you. And the more you eat, the more you're satiated, the easier it is to fast. We started out doing 16 and 8 fasts or whatever it is, where we would eat for 8 hours of the day, and then for the other 16 hours, or I don't do math, we wouldn't. So, and now I pretty much just eat once a day. But I'm definitely eating enough, and I feel full, I feel satisfied, and it's delicious. So, that's going to be it for today, guys. I appreciate you for watching. Thanks for all the support on the last video. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. YouTube says that like 99% of the people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So I would appreciate it if you'd do that. All right? Thanks again. Y'all stick with me. We'll see what we can do. Thanks, guys. God bless.